Hey, what's up, family? Today we have our hosts of Slight Work, Deb and T. Marie, exploring how their own personal entrepreneur endeavors have taught them to know the difference between love and lust in business. They both have a lot to share in terms of passionless and failed business pursuits. So let us know, do you love or just lust your business? All right, friends, let's go ahead and get into this next episode. We are going to be talking about money versus passion.
Money versus passion.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm feeling this topic because I feel like it's something, even though we might not be these very big entrepreneurs, you still deal with it every single day, trying to figure out if what you're doing is the right thing to be doing or whether you're just doing it for the money, for the check, for the coin.
Yeah, which is it's crazy important, to make sure that you are in it for the right reasons.
Right.
Because if you have that passion for something, the money is, I feel like money's always gonna matter, but that's not your main focus at the time. That's the goal.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on what it is too, I guess.
Like, I feel like if your dream is to do this or do that, I feel like once you reach that or achieve that goal, I feel like the money is automatically gonna come, because people always gravitate towards passion. Like, I don't care what somebody doing, you know when somebody passionate about it, even if it's just cleaning up shit off the ocean. When they passionate about it, you automatically want to help them. Yeah. I don't know why, but you want to buy whatever they selling. You want to go and put on a shirt and shit, pick up a piece of trash here or there too, just because they doing it too.
Right.
And you know they passionate about it. So I feel like the money will automatically come.
Yeah.
Somehow.
And it doesn't matter what you're doing. My mother, about 23 years ago, she started a cleaning business. Okay. And I even remember back when I was, just younger, I would be like, why would she start a cleaning business? But everybody knew my mother to be crazy clean. And she really enjoys, even to this day, she enjoys cleaning up.
Right.
And so she has a passion for it.
Right.
And now, 23 years later, she still has her business, her cleaning business. And she's very successful.
Right.
She had that passion for it. And I don't know why it didn't click to me sooner. That my mother was an entrepreneur all of this time. For 23 years.
You never know.
It never clicked to me. It was just that's just mama's job. You know what I'm saying? But now she has buildings that she just hand out the work. You know what I'm saying?
But also she got employees.
Yeah, it just never clicked to me though.
Are you serious?
My
I did not know that.
Yeah, but she has a passion for it, so she still works it.
What's her business called?
Girl, it's a little ghetto.
You was like, oh shit. Don't ask.
But it's Camry's Classic Cleaning Service.
Camry's?
Yeah, it's my little sister's middle name.
I was about to say, who? She just let them Camry car.
Right, shout out to Camry cars. No, but that's so funny because, even now I forget, oh, my mom has her own business. That flies.
You're going to have to edit that out.
But that goes to show, when you have the passion, you can be working something for 23 years and the money is just gonna come and the clientele is gonna come, or whatever it is that you're selling is gonna sell if you have that passion.
So we need to get Miss Elaine on the show. Is what
we need to get Mama on the show. Come on,
That's
Mama.
Crazy.
Come
I didn't
on,
even
Mama.
know that.
Come to the show.
I always heard the stories about your mom being super clean and
Yeah.
the house. You got certain rooms, and I think that's probably every black person's house. There's that one room that you can't touch nothing in it.
Yeah.
But no, that's crazy. I did not know that.
Yeah. But so let's see this. Is one more important than the other when it comes to money and the passion?
For me, so I think this is my lesson this year is learning that money can't be the only thing driving. It can't be the biggest thing driving you. Because I think I'm stressed for no reason. because it's to the point where I'm like, I don't even care about the money anymore because I'm so stressed out. And one of the things this year, I was like, it's something has to change. Like, my way of thinking has to change because I always was that person. Like, shit, the money, as long as the money, I don't care what I'm doing. I could be doing
Right.
anything. As long as the money right, the check right, like, I don't care. And now I'm like, no, slow
Yeah.
down, sweetie. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm pushing myself into a worse hole than I was or that I am in my corporate job. Like, and I have all the decision making and I'm still making the wrong ones for myself. And I think it's just making me feel even more like a failure. Like, you have total control over this and you're still choosing the wrong decisions because you don't even feel good about them. And I think it's because I'm choosing the money over the fact that it's not something that I see myself doing years from now. Don't get me. I've always felt like it could evolve into something that I feel passion. I thought the passion. It's so weird because I thought the passion would come later. Like, I thought once I started getting the money, the passion would just start coming. Like, the money gonna fuel me. Type
So let
thing.
me stop you. I know this, but I want you to say it on here. So you never felt the passion from the beginning.
No, it's just something that always was easy to me.
And it's so funny because what y'all don't know is Tasha T, she does hair. She knows. It's so funny because she knows how to do hair. And everybody around her knows that she know how to do hair, but she would only do her own hair.
Because and this is crazy because of the money. People would play me for my money.
See what I'm saying?
And so I automatically always been kind of jaded when it came to hair because it was like, nah, like it's too easy for people to argue with you and the type of people you got to deal with. Unfortunately, it's like, I'm not arguing with you about my money. Like, I'm sorry, I can't do it. And so it just made me jaded about it. Made me be like, I don't want to do it no more.
Okay. So at one point you had a passion for it.
Yeah,
At some point,
'cause
early on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you too. Like this is very interesting because sometimes, a lot of times, you think that the passion is there. It's just kind of like a relationship. Sometimes you start off with the passion. You might even think that you have the passion, and like a relationship, the passion feel like it be there, but then it just be lust. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And then like you get into it and you lose that because maybe it really wasn't a passion. Was it a passion or was it just lust? Was it what you thought that you could become from that? You could have became the next Rihanna of hair. You know what I'm saying? But you really wasn't thinking about, do I really love this much?
And that's the crazy part. Now that I think about it, it's like I should have known. I should have known better. Think about all those years that I hadn't been doing hair and was completely happy with it. There was nothing in me saying that I had to do hair for other people other than the fact that I just wanted to try a business. And I thought it would be easy. In all honesty, I thought it would be easy because it's so easy to me to do hair. And it is easy. And I think that's the part that's tearing me apart because it's like it's so easy and the money is, it's good and it's flowing even without me trying sometimes. But it bothers my core that I'm not spending my time on something that I really, really want to do. And my thing is like that time is so precious now. And I'm starting to realize it. That it's like I can't keep wasting it on something over money. Like even if I know like 2 or 3 years down the line this could be like my main job, why do that? Why make this into something bigger when even now at this smaller point I'm not even enjoying it? Like, why would I do that to myself? It's such a conflicting feeling to have, and it's so bad because I don't want to look back on it and regret either or.
The time spent.
Yeah.
That answers it. Like I don't have to even add anything to it. So is one more important than the other? Hell yeah is the answer.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah is the answer. Yeah. You have to have that passion for what you're considering dedicating your life to.
Yeah. Do you know what you're passionate about yet?
I know what I'm passionate about, and it's entertainment.
Yeah.
It's just my passion. It was what I was put here to do. And I had this conversation the other night, and I was just like, I keep playing myself. Right. You know what I'm saying? Keep thinking that I should be in something that's really corporate-ish, more sophisticated.
Oh my God.
And you know what I'm saying? But I'm that's a side of me, but it's not me fully. That ain't what I be feeling inside.
That ain't what you want to invest your whole 9 to 5 into.
Exactly.
Doing, right?
I love being myself. Like, I love being myself because I have so many different dimensions, and I love acting. With the outlet, that's my favorite. I love music, and I love slight work. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, damn, I was waiting for you to say it. I was like, hello.
Okay, I know, right? But you know what I'm saying? And I have dedicated a certain amount of time to real estate. And although I'm very thankful and grateful for it, it's not my main thing. You know what I'm saying? I do know that we are spilling some tea in this episode of Slight Work.
It's so bad.
I know.
Because it ain't like these businesses are shut down. They're like still active.
Oh my gosh. But it's the truth. It's so honest, and this is very raw. And I appreciate you for even bringing this up, because we had a conversation outside of Slight Work today, and we were just talking about becoming a slave to our success all over again. Like, you don't want to go from a 9 to 5 to being an entrepreneur, but it's just as much of a chore as the 9 to 5. Like, you want to be doing something that you love to do when you're dedicating all of your time. You know what I'm saying? And that keeps the gray hairs away.
Exactly. And I feel like once you do find something that's passionate, even when you're working those long hours, it's still going to energize you. Like, I remember those moments where I would be so tired, but I didn't care because I felt energized. Like, I see, like, as much as I complain about my corporate job, I still love the problem solving of it. And so the problem solving of it is like, I could spend all day looking at something trying to fix it and still be like, man, like, if I don't figure it out, go back to it with the same, like, eagerness to get it fixed. That's just like me. But I feel like when you get into something that you don't love, it drains you so much that even the smallest thing will irritate your soul. The smallest thing will have you regretting that you even doing it. The smallest thing will have you lashing out at people that's just trying to support you and this, that, and the other. So, I don't know. I think it's something that you really have to pay attention to at first. And I honestly, I love that I tried it, because I feel like if I hadn't, it'd be something that I always kind of lingered in my head, like, should I have done it, should I not have done it? And so I did it, I tried it, and it's time to give it up.
I'm looking for that statistic. It was a statistic that we actually posted on Slight Work. It was the amount of times that someone starts a business and stops before they get to that one that they really want to be in, and that's successful. That's very important to think about, because sometimes we do feel like, and this is like in real relationships, your business becomes it's like a relationship.
It's crazy how parallel they are. Like, when you think about relationships, and I'm bad at relationships. But the crazy part is, I'll give up a relationship though in a second, but I feel like for my business, I'm holding on to it for and I shouldn't be.
That's just like the business. Like, sometimes you feel like you've put so much work into making it work and to making this relationship, this business successful. And then it's like you don't want to let it go because I put all this work into. You know what? We'll sell it.
It's bad. And you just got to get something out of it.
Exactly.
You gotta. It's just like when you're dealing with a no good, something or nothing. You be like, what if you really think you're gonna get out of it?
This is really crazy how life works.
Yeah.
But that's interesting. We could go on days about that, but maybe
relationships get me riled up.
Oh gosh, but hey, your relationship is your business too. Apparently, like, it's like a love-hate relationship.
Because you marry it at the end of the day.
You marry
it's
it.
Literally like when you start a business, you don't even have to propose. You don't have to get on one knee. You automatically married.
You married.
You automatically gotta think about it like you signed this contract to be in it for life.
Yes.
And once you divorce, how many people you know get a divorce and then go back and marry that same person? Like,
Right.
you don't. You move on.
Right.
And you really like leave that part behind. And so
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's so weird to think about it that
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. I will say that if you think about how many frogs you've kissed to get to the right
Yes.
one, that's how it is with your entrepreneurship. Sometimes, not all the time, because I mean, there are some people who are successful with the first thing that they do.
But there's some people that marry young and
Yeah.
stay married.
Exactly.
Right, I know a couple like that. So
Look at Tom
right.
from Facebook. So Tom married as a motherfucker.
Right.
I wouldn't divorce that one. Like, I mean, Facebook is a hit.
You mean Mark?
I thought that was Tom. Who
Tom
is
is
Tom?
Facebook, MySpace.
Tom is MySpace. Oh, he divorced. He got divorced.
I don't think he ever got married.
Oh goodness, I'm talking about Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Facebook.
Okay. Yeah. I would.
I marry him.
I'm talking about Mark marrying Facebook. You talking about marrying Mark.
Oh.
How do you keep that passion when you don't have the money or may not see the money coming in?
I think it's important to get out there and get involved. Like, to not isolate yourself. I feel like when you isolate yourself, you feel like you all in it alone, and you kind of start, even like your failures and even like the things that are going good don't even seem as good. So I think it's important to get out there, take classes, stay finding out new industry, or whatever your industry is, stay finding out new information, and just stay trying to connect with people. I think people and other, like when you connect up with other people, regardless of what they're doing, as long as they have another passion, something that they're passionate about, they're going to keep you moving. I think like that's the key to it all.
Because you are going to have those times where, I mean, you've exhausted all of your finances. Mm-hmm. I've been to a point with real estate before where I had used every credit card. I had overused credit cards, and then I was still trying. I would max them suckers out and then call and try and get my limit raised. They'd be like, Mr. Bowen, no. I mean, it's gotten there, you know what I'm saying? And it gets to that point, and then the fact that you keep going, that passion will keep you going. Yeah. Because I was once in love with real estate.
Right.
And I saw everything that it could do for me. Maybe that was lust, you know, because I saw and I knew that I could do it, because I'm like, people tell me I can do it.
Right.
You can do it. Oh, you would be perfect in real estate.
Right.
And I have exhausted all of my finances. And I remember having like anxiety attacks. Oh my goodness, I had the worst anxiety attack ever that I've ever had in my life. And it was like after that one anxiety attack, that last one, I had hit the ground running with real estate. And I said, I'll never get to that point again. And I hadn't, but the passion
just ain't
just
there.
kind of, it just
I think
vanished.
you just got to get over it, because it feels like such a failure after you've done all of that to stop. At least for me, I guess for me, it feels like, dang, like you said, like I don't put all this money, all this time, like I just want to end on a high note. Like for me, at least, like if I could end on a high note, it would make it all worth it. But because it's so much passion that has left me, I don't feel like I'll ever get to that high note.
Well, I mean, it depends on what your goal was. You know what I'm saying? Like your high note might not be the same high note as Mariah Carey. But I mean, like, and it also depends. Like, this is the thing. You can look at it that way. I'm saying this as a friend. You can look at it that way. I think you are very successful at what you do, and you're very great at it. But you can look at it that way, or you can look at it as, okay, I've conquered this. I've done it because I wanted to do it. Most people don't even start it when they want to do it. You hear them sitting around talking about what they're going to do. Oh, yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. As soon as I get my
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they don't never get
Right.
you know what I'm saying, that they have been looking for. But you've done it, you've conquered it,
Right.
and you can move on to the next thing. Or you can continue to do that and still move on to the next thing. Because you're very great at it. And that's another thing. Like, you get people like me to try and talk you into it because you're good at it. You know what I'm saying? And just because you're good at something doesn't mean that's what you should be doing. Yeah,
that's true.
if you don't have that passion for it.
Right.
And on that note, that sounds like that answers that question too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're very important. Passion, I think that passion is the most important.
I think it is too. I guess what happens when you don't pay attention to that passion, and I think you touched on it with the whole anxiety attacks and everything. Like, do you think, even with, to me, like, how stressful to me acting would be or getting on stage would be, I've never heard you talk about an anxiety attack before the outlet or anything. And, like, to me, that says a lot. Like, getting on stage and, I mean, it's what? Impromptu or what?
Improv.
It's live.
It's live, y'all. All the way live.
So, to me, that would be so much scarier than real estate. But the fact that you were having anxiety attacks in real estate, but then going out for the outlet and killing it says a lot. Like, if it's not in line with your passion, I think your body will tell you. Like, I think your body would tell you even before you're like, your mind accepts it. I think that anxiety is your heart, and then your mind just hasn't caught up to it yet.
You better speak, Team Oprah. I feel like that's something Oprah would have told me.
Right. But she would have stood up and
okay. Right.
If
Oprah
your heart, your heart.
With that long flowing hair.
Right.
Oprah hair got so much body, don't it?
It do.
Oh
It
my
always
goodness.
do. That baby be whipping it back and forth.
Oprah make you cry. Why Oprah make everybody cry?
Because she's just so bold and everything that she done got to the point, baby, when she don't care. And that's the thing too, when you don't care no more.
Maybe you become Oprah.
Oprah.
Yes. So we have something new that we're gonna be starting with Slight Work, that we like to start with Slight Work. And it's fun facts. And I have a fun fact. Fun facts?
Fun facts.
Fun facts. So, you want me to start?
Please.
Okay. So, my fun fact is, what we're going to do is, I'm going to say my fun fact, and I'm going to see if T. Marie can guess who this is about, who this fact is about.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
I
so.
don't feel like I'm good at this type of stuff either, but let's go.
Oh gosh, you got this. So, who started off selling clothes in a stall on the street as a child, now is a fashion icon? A, Naomi Campbell. B, Rihanna. Or C, the beautiful Iman?
Rihanna.
It was Rihanna!
I didn't know it, but I guess I just feel like.
And now Rihanna is like a complete fashion icon. We know that Rihanna slays everything that she does. I mean, like with the Fenty Beauty and all that good stuff.
She's into everything.
Kill it with the fashion.
Oh my God. Baby, she married a billionaire and became one.
She bad. That's a bad girl.
What's up? All right, so your turn. So mine is. All right. So who is the rapper turned entrepreneur who is responsible for the Dabbing Santa sweater? You remember that sweater that like went viral, and I think it was like 2016 or something like that. Who is the rapper responsible for that? Is it A, Future, B, Quavo from Migos, C, 2 Chainz, or D, Soulja Boy?
Soulja Boy, D.
That's your only try. It is 2 Chainz.
2 Chainz. I ain't got my chains on.
For anyone wondering, he all the revenues from the Dabbing sweater, I guess he made over $2 million just from the Dabbing sweater.
Nice.
He donated most of it to disabled veterans and single mothers.
Oh, that was really nice of 2 Chainz. Wow, that's really dope. That's a really good fact.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Wow, good job, 2 Chainz. Mr. Chainz. What would you call 2 Chainz if you saw Mr. Chainz? Mr. 2?
I'm like, 2 Chainz.
Yeah, that's more like the 2 Chainz.
I couldn't just be like, hey, Mr. 2 Chainz.
Mr. 2 Chainz.
I feel like you got to say it like
I'm going to tell you, this is really, really, really quick. When I went to the Beyonce concert a couple of years ago, I can't even remember which one it was because I've been to all of them. 2 Chainz was one of the openers because he was with DJ Khaled. Oh.
But we can keep talking, I guess.
And, he was one of the openers and he smelled so good. You can smell him around the stage. He smells so good.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm like, what do he have on? I wonder what was that cologne he had on.
I don't know, but I love a good smell.
He smelled so good.
Jesus.
I feel like I want to meet 2 Chainz, Mr. Chainz, just to ask him what he smelled, what he wore.
A good smell, baby, will make you fall in love. I love a good smell.
But I love to smell.
That's cool, though. Yeah. So he made sure his performance had all the senses.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up. I know that's right.
Yes. Mr. Chainz.
Thanks, family, for listening in on our latest episode. And let us know, do you love or just lust your business? Leave your comments below.